Alright, so I just got done recording the Gohan character analysis. So I'm gonna be doing Future Trunks. Finally. Tied with Gohan for being my fifth favorite character in the entire series. I know I've been promising this video. I said I would get it to you guys as soon as possible. And for whatever reason I just never found myself being able to do it, but I want to do it now because I promised it, and you guys want it, so I need to do it. Your wish is my command. Okay, so Future Trunks is basically the strongest candidate for character with the most tragic past in the entire series. Okay, he's Vegeta's and Bulma's son, um, and he comes from the future. Okay, he's the disciple of future Gohan, who acted as a big brother slash best friend to him. Okay, he lost everyone except for Bulma. Okay, and one of the best things about him over here is that I don't remember exactly how old he is. I know he's 17 when he kills Frieza, but I don't remember exactly how old he is. In the TV special, it was in the manga too, but I don't remember his exact age. But I know he was younger than 17, considerably younger, and he does it at a young age, much like Gohan did in the main timeline. He shoulders the burden to liberate his world, and Goku did it when he was fighting the Red Ribbon Army, and King Piccolo when he did it, and Red Ribbon Army was at 12. King Piccolo was when he was 15. Future Trunks over here, I believe. Like I said, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess that it was 14. I don't know why. I'm just throwing out some number out there. Actually, was it 14? It might be. I'll have to double check that. And Gohan, he does it when he's 5 years old. So that's pretty crazy. Future Trunks at such a young age is taking on this responsibility. He is the only one left in his future. The only one. There's no Vegeta. There's no Dragon Ball. There's no Piccolo. No Kami. No Korn. I don't even believe there's a Korn or Yajirobe. There's no one left except for him. I mean, think about that. You are the only Z fighter. The only two characters that exist in that timeline are Future Trunks and Bulma. There's no Goku. There's no Gohan. There's no Vegeta. There's no Piccolo. Just think about that for a second. Just put that in perspective. No one there. I'm seriously, put it into perspective. Okay, I think I've given you guys enough time. Yeah, him and Bulma are the only ones left, and he's the only one that can legitimately fight at that point. His world is terrorized by Android 17 and 18. And there comes a time where him and Gohan are ready to go and fight the androids. Gohan intentionally knocks him out. Okay. This motion, I guess you can call it motion. This motion of Gohan knocking him out and the aftermath of it, which resulted in future Gohan's death, left him in a state of helplessness, despair, and sorrow. And yeah, I just checked it. He actually was only 14 years old. So I was right about that. It was all at 14 years old. You're an 8th grader or a 9th grader at that point in your life, Crazy, crazy. And one of the best moments about Future Trunks is when he travels to the future and he kills Frieza in one of the best ways I've ever seen. In the anime, they dragged it out in one episode. They dragged it out to be one episode. In the manga, he kills Frieza in one move. This random person, who we as readers, we have no idea who he is. The only thing we know about him is that he has a Capsule Corp insignia on the left side of his jacket. Or was it right? No, wait. Left. I think it's left. I might be wrong, but we don't even know he has purple hair. And quick little trivia for you guys. You know how Bulma's hair is blue in the anime? In the manga, it's actually purple. And you know how Trunks' hair is sort of pink slash a little like purple violet in the anime? It's fully purple in the manga. It doesn't have that pinkish hue. And we only see that later. After he reveals Bulma as his mother to Goku. So all we see is the Capsule Corp insignia, and we don't even know his purple hair. So we have no idea who he is. The only thing we know about him is that he has a sword, and he has a Capsule Corp insignia on the left side of his. Like I said, I believe it's the left side of his jacket. So don't quote me on that, please. But we have no idea who he is. He comes in and kills the hottest villain in the manga industry at that point in one move. And think about this. Said villain Frieza survived the explosion of Namek when he was chopped up. I mean we Dragon Ball is done right now, right? So we know what happens, but can you imagine just reading this sequence of events back when it was being serialized? The hottest villain in the industry, no homo, survived Namek's explosion when he was cut in half, only to come back and be killed by this guy who we have no idea. He came out of nowhere in one move in the manga with one slash, and that's what killed him. And he cuts him up later and blasts him. But on top of all of this, he reveals himself to be a Saiyan, which only Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan, they were the only ones left. The second technically third Super Saiyan that we know of in the series, but the second Super Saiyan that we see, something that only Goku has done. And on top of all of this, he's Vegeta's son. Let me just bullet it out for you guys. We don't know anything about this guy. 1, he's a Saiyan. Or 2, he's a Saiyan. 3, he's a Super Saiyan. 4, he kills Frieza he slashes him in one move. Easily. Does the same thing to King Cold. And see, I'm just trying to build up the bravado, the hype of the scene, because King Cold's ki, as stated by both Krillin and Gohan, was stated to be as big as Mecha Frieza's. He kills them both, so like I said, and I don't think I added him killing King Cold easily, but he had already killed Frieza at that point, so maybe I can take that off. But I'll just keep it on, just for fuck's sake. He's Vegeta's son, then he's Bulma's son. Vegeta, and see, that reveals the Vegeta and Bulma relationship at that point. And not only that, when Goku comes back, he lays out the entire plotline for the rest of the arc, in that everyone is going to die except for Gohan, due to these 2 androids. 9 points. These 9 things together, when they come together, make it easily one of the best moments in the entire series, and one of the best moments in anime/manga I've ever seen. From a character standpoint, an action standpoint, a plot standpoint, especially a plot standpoint. Easily one of the best moments, and he was part of it, and it pretty much, it really is all because of him. Listen, Kizaru's introduction in One Piece, amazing. Him coming on the cannonball, transporting himself, taking out the supernovas left and right, amazing. Trunks' introduction, best introduction to a character that I've ever seen in an anime/manga. Easily. Laying the groundwork for the darkest saga in the entire series. Incredible. And so that's his character. And another thing that I really like about his character, okay, and one of the best things about his character is that he was traveling with Yamcha, Krillin, Piccolo, and Tien, and Bulma, and Chi-Chi, I think, is in the ship at that point. And I think Chaozu might be also in Puar. They're all in that little flying ship that, goes from place to place. You guys will know it when if you see it. But actually, no, Bulma isn't in there. Bulma is not in there. But he's talking with them, and he's saying how changing things in the past in this timeline that he's currently part of won't change things in his own timeline, because they're two separate timelines rather than one continuous one. They're 2 separate ones instead of one continuous one. But still, he does it because he believes it's the right thing to do to help other people like that. And That's really admirable of him to do something like that, where he and his mom believe that there should be a future out there where androids don't terrorize the rest of the planet, you know. And that's one of the best things about his character. It was so well done in the manga. Toriyama did an excellent job with this character during that one scene in the manga. Incredible. Okay. Then another thing I want to talk about Future Trunks is his relationship with Vegeta. Okay, he goes from despising him to loving him like his own dad, and he is his dad. But Vegeta intentionally did not save Bulma and Baby Trunks when Piccolo was fighting Jiro. You remember? It was actually in the latest episode of Team 4-Star. If you guys haven't seen that, Bulma's coming with Baby Trunks and Yajirobe in a different ship, not the one that Yamcha is flying, but a different one. And Vegeta intentionally did not save them when Jiro blasted the entire surrounding area. To see Trunks sort of berate him at that situation, then to sort of stick with him even when Vegeta got beat by 18 and he's trying to find a new source of strength. And then he goes with him into the hyperbolic time chamber later. And then you know, at the end of the Cell games, for him to finally become a true father-son duo. Great relationship. Easily his strongest relationship with any character in the entire series. Definitely Vegeta. Probably after that, I'd probably say it's Goku after that. And Trunks changed something in Vegeta, because after Trunks died, Vegeta at that point, like I said, he didn't care for Bulma or Trunks. I mean, you can even say after the hyperbolic time chamber, he didn't. Trunks changed that in him through death when Cell killed him. When Cell killed Trunks, that is, you know, with the little sort of little death finger beam through the chest and through his heart, and he's spitting out the blood. He changed that in Vegeta, you know, and honestly, it's honestly because of Trunks that Vegeta eventually ended up becoming one of the top 2 characters in the entire series, with Goku in my opinion. But it really is because of Trunks that Vegeta eventually got to be that good, because of that one change. Vegeta's development eventually skyrocketed in the Buu saga, but this was the start of that, and it's all because of Trunks. Okay, and then the last thing that I want to talk about with Trunks is that, well, actually not the last thing. There's something I want to say before that. He also constantly looked at Vegeta as a goal for him to reach. Okay, for him to see past Vegeta's douchiness, and sort of like his whole negative outlook on life, it gives Trunks incredible insight and maturity. You know, like I said, all at 17 years old. He's technically 18 after he comes out of the hyperbolic time chamber. And then the last thing I want to talk about was his time machine. There's a slogan called "Hope" on it, which was actually written by the people who were trying to help him, you know, bring up the supplies to build a time machine in the first place, to build capsules and this and that and this and that. The hope on his time machine is a constant reminder for him to always treasure the lives of those who believe in him, and the sort of responsibility he feels as the hope of their world. And you know, he goes back to his past at the end of the arc, and is able to lead a life of happiness, after pretty much fulfilling his role as the messiah of the future of sorts. You know, he's able to fully enjoy life at that time after constantly being bogged down by Gohan's death and the relationship with Vegeta that he had. Particularly those two things at the end, and to sort of see him free himself from those chains, from those pessimistic chains, for better lack of term. Very cathartic for the viewer, for the reader, and for the audience. Just really a feel-good moment. Love that about his character. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys about Future Trunks. Like I said, Tied with Gohan is my 5th favorite character, and his introduction is, I think I explained it well in this video, but such a freaking awesome moment. I mean, if I were to recommend it to you guys, I would say watch that in Japanese. The English one is good too, but I think it's better in Japanese, much better. Kai's was pretty good too, both in English and Japanese, but definitely watch the original Japanese for for Trunks killing Frieza, because that scene is just, oh God, don't even get me started. The music, yo, Battle Point Unlimited, are you kidding me? One of the best songs like I've ever heard. The voice acting, what's Trunks' name? Hiroshi Kamiya, I think I don't know. It starts with an A. It starts. Trunks' voice actor, future Trunks' voice actor, his starts with an H, but I forget his name. But Frieza's voice was also really good. King Cold's was pretty good. Definitely watch that scene in Japanese. And then, like I said, that scene with him on the plane explaining how changing things here won't change things in his own timeline. Great. I can't talk enough about future Trunks. Fifth favorite character, fifth. So yeah, that's it for future Trunks. Now if you guys didn't watch my Gohan character analysis, well, please watch that if you guys would like to help me out. But I'm also, from this point, I'm going to be stretching off into a new series to do character analysis on other characters that I personally really like. I'm still going to be doing DBZ ones, but I got pretty much the 5 main characters out the way: Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, and Trunks, future Trunks. I think for DBZ, I could do some of the lesser known villains. I was thinking I could do a Frieza or a Cell or Majin Buu. Definitely I want to do one. I think I want to do one for Krillin and Tien, and then maybe Chaozu, and then probably one for Yamcha. I think especially one for Yamcha, because I think like he gets a bad rap for the wrong reasons, but I'll talk about that later. But I'm definitely going to be, like I said, branching off into different series for different characters, for different character analysis videos, because like I said, too much DBZ, especially on my channel, can be a bad thing. Even though that's what I want this channel to be about. I want this to be like one of the best DBZ channels that I can make it to be, one of the premier ones on YouTube. But I can understand, too much DBZ can get a little overwhelming and a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Too much for people. There are different series out there like Yu Yu Hakusho and Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo and Berserk and Vagabond and Monster and 20th Century Boys and Fullmetal Alchemist and Hunter x Hunter and One Piece and Naruto. So there are series whose characters I will be analyzing later in the future, but I will be going into them. That's pretty much all I want to say. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Got you future Trunks character analysis. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Peace.